In this video I want to talk about my favorite devil fruit, and no matter what kind of type it is, if it's Soen, Logia, Promisia, Mythical, this is just my favorite. And it's not gonna be top 10, top 12, just my favorite. So the first one is the snow fruit that one of the characters have, always the snow fruit is one of them. I really like, because that person eat that fruit to snow and all this kind of thing. The other favorite is the ice fruit that Kuson use, that can transform his body to ice, and he can use different ice weapon and so on, ice protection. Very similar to the snow fruit. The only difference here is that the snow fruit is much is a weaker version than ice fruit. The other one I really like is the wolf fruit. Also, I'm not so good in names. I have the fruit that turn you to a wolf. One of the member of the CP9 have that fruit that turn him to a wolf. The other one I really like is the diamond fruit that Diamond Josu use. Diamond fruit. And after that we have Marcus devil fruit, the blue phoenix. Transferred to a mythical Soen, to a blue phoenix. And the other ones are Queen's devil fruit, then when he transformed to a Brachiosaurus. I really like this one, really cool. A big yellow Brachiosaurus dinosaur with the attitudes. This is a very cool one. I really like. I don't like Queen's normal design as much, but when a Queen transformed to Brachiosaurus, it's really cool. It's probably one of my most favorite devil fruits so far is that devil fruit with Queen. The other one I really like is absolutely really like is Husu's devil fruit, the saber-tooth cat. I really like Husu's devil fruit. I really like the saber-tooth cat. I have to say I like this devil fruit more than I like the leopard fruit. I like more the saber-tooth cat. I like this one more. But if they're gonna come like a tiger fruit, like a mythical or normal tiger fruit, I will put that to my favorite list. If I'm gonna do a part 2, or just one video with that, if they ever come. And then we have Kaido's mythical devil fruit, the fish no mi, because Eastern dragons are based on a fish, a deer, and a dragon. Together is a dragon. Now all of them together, it's gonna be a dragon. Sorry for that. So yeah, I think probably that is all of my favorite devil fruits. One more is, I don't know the name of that devil fruit because I always forget the names. I'm sorry for that. But if there's one fruit I really like, and that is what Akuma used, one of the four member of the 7 Warrior of the Sea. His devil fruit, because that devil fruit you can teleport people, you can put pain and fatigue and different things out from people. That devil fruit from Akuma I really like. So that is probably all of my favorite devil fruit that exists. That is a canon devil fruit that exists in One Piece right now. And obviously, spoiler if you don't have read yet chapter 1, One Piece 1019, they show Yamato's mythical devil fruit, but they don't reveal what kind of mythical devil fruit that is. Different people speculate about different things. Some people speculate that it's Shirian. It's a mythical creature that in Chinese mythology that protects the new ruler. That is half a horse, half a dragon, and a deer. So a Shirian. Other people speculate that it's a white tiger. The other people, and I speculate. First, my speculation was that Yamato was Oni. And now my second speculation is, and that is my final speculation, that Yamato is a mythical celestial dog. I think that is her devil fruit will be is that. but because we know so little about that fruit, we know nothing about the name of the fruit. We only know how I'm going to look when she do her hybrid transformation. So we have to just see more of that before I do put it on some list of what I like it or not, or I think the list is that fruit is good or not, and so this kind of thing. Yeah, I think that's probably all of the devil fruit right now I know about that I really like because of different reasons. Because of the snow fruit is cool because it's used in a very cool way. No pun intended when I say cool. I mean just that's cool. It's the cool design of it. The same for Marcus devil fruit is really cool design with the blue flames and all this kind of thing. It's blue phoenix. So that some devil fruits are cooler than the user. For example, I can say that Katakuri's devil fruit, the mochi no Mi, the mochi fruit, are an interesting fruit. It's very interesting devil fruit, but it's not my favorite. Because Katakuri is a cool character in One Piece. He's a very cool character to how he's built up. He wants to protect his family from his mother, that is the ruler of the Cake Kingdom, Big Mom, Charlotte Lin Lin, one of the emperors, and it's very cool to see really how he uses it. So I can say like this: Marco and Katakuri use their devil fruit really well. So they get always a point for that because they are masters in their own field of their own element of their devil fruits, and so on. But obviously, I more prefer Marco's devil fruit over Katakuri's, and I also have to say obviously Katakuri is much better in battle than, for example, Spearow. But Spearow's candy devil fruit I prefer more because I like how you can sculpture things with, let's example, with candy, and it's more candy can be much harder. You can get hard candy like caramels and all this kind of thing. So I much prefer Spearow's devil fruit over in the design wise, like in the how you see the devil fruit. I don't say. Just because I think also about the color, if you think about the devil fruit that you shoot out like laser, ice, fire, all of them can because Marco's devil fruit are more beautiful, my personal opinion right now, over the flame frame fruit that Ace used first and Sobo used because it's only orange, and I think turquoise blue is much beautiful color over orange. So there is and also I think Marco's devil fruit is more beautiful because it turned to a blue bird with flame around it over just a person that is around with flames. The same for mochi fruit. Katakuri's mochi fruit compared to in design wise to Spearow's fruit, the candy fruit. Obviously, I think the candy fruit is more beautiful because of the color of the devil fruit, where like magenta pink devil fruit, it's more beautiful over just a white cream that like yellow banana yellowish white cream that you see from Katakuri. So all of these factors. For example, I more prefer. For example, we take the ice fruit. The chili fruit, the shield fruit, and the Yokiona devil fruit, the snow fruit. I think the ice is more beautiful in many ways over snow, because ice is very much it's cold water. It's water turned to ice, and it's same like the candy fruit. You can sculpture thing. You can turn candy to a weapon, and you can Spearow can do it, and obviously the Kusan can transform his ice to different types of weapons: spears, javelin, sword, and so on. And I think this is kind of all devil fruit that you can use as a different object. You can turn your devil fruit to an object. I think really cool. So in that sense, the ice fruit get 1 point over the snow fruit in that sense, and the candy fruit get 1 point over the mochi fruit, and I don't say the mochi fruit is worse than the candy fruit. Obviously not, but it also how you use it, because you have to think about Katakuri is an extremely well trained fighter and trained tacticianer in a fight, compared to Sparrow, so we know so far. We don't know how strong Sparrow is really, because we have not seen any strong member yet fight against Sparrow in a long fight, and obviously Sanji fight against Sparrow, but Sanji fire. We don't. For example, if we have, Zoro, that have no devil fruit, and his tactics with his sword and all this kind of thing, with his haki, armament haki, and so on, different conquerors haki. If we take him against Sparrow, how easy is it for Zoro to take down Sparrow? You have to think like, if you cannot compare a person in One Piece that have a devil fruit that is absolutely the worst for candy fruit. For example, if you have the fire fruit and you put it against the snow fruit, obviously the fire fruit will win. If not the snow fruit, the user of the snow fruit is much better trained to handle his armored haki in comparison to the person that use the fire fruit. But you have to understand, if both of them is the same level of battle tactics, they obviously the flame fruit will win over snow fruit, because fire always is dominant over snow, because snow smelt, and the same for ice, and so on. And for example, then what I mean, if you put Zoro that have no devil fruit yet, he probably maybe will get a devil fruit in the future of One Piece, I don't know. If he puts him against Sparrow, who will win? 1-on-1 duel. No help from no of them get any help. They just Sparrow use his devil fruit and his haki and all this kind of what he can. Zoro use his weapon and his haki and all what he have. And who will win? Because Sparrow can transform. Because we know that Sparrow can use transform a spear of candy, but he can absolutely then do a sword of candy and fuse that sword of candy with armament haki to make it much harder, to make it like hard as steel, to match Zoro's sword. So that is a possibility. And this kind of thing, I don't say, when I say that both of them can, Zoro can use his sword harder and Sparrow can use his candy sword harder, I don't mean that Sparrow's sword is strong, is same strength as Zoro's sword. I just say that it can be strong enough to stand some hits from Zoro's sword, but I don't know how many hits. So for example, we say like now we are in Wano, and we say that everybody right now have an opponent besides Zoro. Sanji have Queen, Marco have King, one of the mink, the dog, have Jack to fight against. Nami and Usopp have defeat Ulti. Nico Robin and Brook have Black Maria. Sanji obviously have defeated Sasaki. Jinbei have knocked down Who's Who. So all these four knocked out from the Topropos. The only one left with no opponent are a major character in Wano right now. One of the major characters is Sparrow, because Drake is on the good side with the Straw Hats. Basil Hawkins fighting Killer, Kid and Law fighting Big Mom. So the only one left that are on Wano that we know about is one and fighting that have no opponent is Sparrow. And obviously we have Pudding, Smoothie, Smoothie was with Sparrow and Big Sparrow and some other on the boat, but there was knocked down of King. So we don't know what happened to this character. We only know that Sparrow is on the island. So it's absolutely a possibility here. It's absolutely a possibility that Zorro will fight against Sparrow. I know that maybe that some people don't like that idea, that Sparrow fight against Zorro, because they think Sparrow will just be knocked out in 1 second of Zorro. There will not be any fight. But this is what I said before. If you only compare Sparrow with person that use different flaming elements like fire or magma or this kind of thing, and you don't compare him with a person that don't use devil fruit but are strong enough to fight against a strong devil fruit user, you don't know how that fight will end. You don't know how Sparrow if Sparrow gonna be a very easy opponent to Zorro or a very hard opponent to take down for Zorro. So this is just what I think is a possibility, that Zorro's fight will be against Sparrow. Because that is the only one left with no opponent. Because Carrot is knocked out. Sparrow defeat Carrot when Carrot was in her solo form, but almost like a kind of a werewolf state. When the mink see the moon, they get a strength boost. They get stronger. All this kind of thing. Yeah, sorry for that. So that's probably everything I really want to say about my favorite devil fruit, and some talks about what I think can happen in Wano. And obviously one of my other speculation was that later on in Wano, I don't know if it's gonna be chapter 22, chapter 23, or this kind of thing, when some of the Blackbeard pirates come to Wano, or maybe all of them. If only some of the Blackbeard pirates come to Wano, I think Katarina Devon, Sanjan Wolf, and Pizarro is the ones, and Blackbeard. Of these four, and the other 3 members will be in Cakeland. Like I forget. Sorry, not category is Vasco the Shot, Laffy, Jesus Burgess. These 3 characters probably, and Dr. Q. All these 4 characters probably will be in the Cake Island. We have to understand both of the places right now is unprotected, especially the Cake Island. The Cake Island, the only protection they have right now is Cracker and Katakuri. This is the only one now there in the Cake Island that is strong that protect the place. All of the other strong members from the is somewhere around Wano, and Spirit is on Wano, Big Man is on Wano, Kaido is on Wano, and all of them fighting right now. So they probably don't suspect that they gonna get invade from some other emperor, and that is possibility that Blackbeard will come to Wano. I don't know exactly what chapter, but it's a big possibility that we will see him in Wano. We don't know if he's gonna come when Monkey D. Luffy and Straw Pirates are there, or he will come after they have left, or this kind of, we don't know. But I think this will happen. That Blackbeard Pirate will come to Wano, and this kind of thing. Because I think Blackbeard's third devil fruit will be the soul fruit that Big Man have. And the soul fruit is also okay. I can say that the soul fruit is probably one also of my favorite devil fruits. I don't like Big Mom, but I like her devil fruit, because you can take souls from people and put their souls into objects to turn this object to life. The Big Mom called them her homies, and give them strength and this kind of thing. So, for example, you say that Blackbeard get the fruit. And Blackbeard is a very dark person. I don't mean because he have his devil, but he's a very person that like death and destruction. And for example, you said he find a grave a graveyard, a sea graveyard, with lots of military that work for Rock Dieselbeck, like minions that work for Rock Dieselbeck, like skeletons, all this kind of thing. Only thing he has to do, he has to take souls from different villagers, put their soul into the skeletons, and the skeletons are bring to life. He can put his soul into an element, for example a cloud, and use that cloud as a thunder cloud, electricity. He can make a fake sun and use the sun as fire weapon. You have to understand how good Big Mom's Devil Fruit is, the Soul Devil Fruit is, because you can use electricity, you can use fire, and you can use ice and snow. All of these 4 elements with just one Devil Fruit. Only reason why some people look down on this Devil Fruit is because of Big Mom. Because Big Mom uses it as a plaything. You have to understand how this Devil Fruit will be in the hands of a person that is much more aggressive. It's going to be destructive power. So it's like with everything you have used. If you use it in the right way, it's going to be a good effect. For example, you can use it, and this is what I mean. So the Soul Fruit is a very good Devil Fruit if you use it in the right way. If you have a good mind, you in good tactic, and you use it in a very smart and intelligent way together, you can use extremely cool things with it. So that is my speculation, and why I think my reason why I think this will be his third Devil Fruit. That the Soul Fruit is Blackbeard's third Devil Fruit, because it's going to work so good for him if you have that Devil Fruit. Because then you have one Devil Fruit that can neutralize other Devil Fruits. This is one thing. The second thing is then you have the Soul Fruit. You can take the soul from that person, and probably if that person have a Devil Fruit, you can take the soul and their Devil Fruit soul, and put it into one of your members, and that members get that fruit instead. So I think you don't have to eat somebody or have to kill somebody or swallow the person whole to get the Devil Fruit. So long you can take the soul from somebody that have eaten the Devil Fruit and take their Devil Fruit soul and put them into yourself, you get that power. So that is the reason why I think Blackbeard will come to Wano, because he wants to take Big Mom's fruit. First, I think he wants to take Kaido's fruit. I think Kaido's fruit is good, but the only thing Kaido's fruit give you is that you can fly, you can shoot air, you can use air breath, like different air weapons, air, because you're a dragon. And you have a very boost armament hockey, because your scales are very hard and you are very strong. But that is the only thing. Big Mom Fruit, you can do so much more with the Soul Fruit in comparison to the fish fruit, to the dragon fruit that Kaido use. So I think the Soul Fruit is much more benefit to Blackbeard. And almost if I just give us quick speculation, where I already say that so many times, that I think Pizarro's Devil Fruit is a Manticora, because he's called the corrupt king symbolizing lions in many culture, and corruptness can also symbolize a scorpion, and Manticora is symbolized between a scorpion and a king. So it's big possibility that he's a Manticora. If he is not a Manticora, if he's more like a Japanese type of a Manticore, I think a New. And a New is half monkey, half tiger, and have a snake tail. That you can find a New in Neo, the first Neo game. I think it is I probably say it wrong now. So if people that I have played Nihou and remember what number that boss is on, but I think New is the fourth boss, the number 4, or number 5. I'm probably wrong here. So that is a big possibility that the New can be Pizarro's Devil Fruit, his mythical Zoan Devil Fruit. But I'm personally, I hope for a Manticora over a new. I think, because my personal opinion, I think Manticoras looks cooler than a new. But both of them look similar. Only difference here is that Manticora have a lion mane and a human face, and a scorpion tail, dragon wings or bat wings. So half the whole body is a lion, beside the tail and the wing and the front of the face. And the reason also why I think Pizarro is a Manticora is because of his they describe his sound, like when a Manticora tries to trick their opponents, they sound like a kitty cat. So they sound like a very cute kitty cat. So, like for example, a Shida, like cats, go very close to the sound, and then you see a big lion with human face. That is Manticora. It's a person that tricks people to sound very sweet, but are extremely dark and evil, and that worked very well for the Blackbeard Pirates crew to have this kind of character. And New is the same thing. News are also very much like very corrupt, evil characters in Japanese mythology. So both of them are evil, but they're from different culture. One is from Japanese culture, and the other one is from Iranian culture. So I don't know if he is a Manticora. I don't know. It's just speculation. That means that Pizarro will be the first mythical Soul Endeavor user from Iranian culture that is in One Piece, because Marcus Devafruit is more a Slavic mythology with the Blue Phoenix, and so on. So that is okay. If I say two different mythical Soul Endeavor, I think Pizarro can be is Manticora is my favorite one. I hope for that. The other one I think is a possibility is that Pizarro is new. This is my two speculation for Pizarro. What I think his possibility can be. I can absolutely be wrong here. That is just my speculation here. And yeah, I think that also one thing I totally forget about is now obviously now Nami have Zeus in her staff, that Zeus can help her transform her staff into different weapons. That we maybe gonna see the weapon that she should use from the beginning, that in Romance Stone before One Piece was started, with the big axe. So maybe we'll see that to her weapon in the future. So obviously this week was no One Piece. So next week we will see One Piece, and then we probably have continuation of the fight with Kaido and Yamato and Sanji and Queen, and probably gonna see in this fight a huge part of Nico Robin and Brook against Black Maria in chapter 1020, and this kind of thing. So yeah, that is everything I really want to say in this video about my One Piece talk. Yeah, okay.